Lee, the next question sent to us from Thomas may be interesting to a lot of homeowners. He says he bought a home in 2020. Thomas writes, he said it was professionally appraised for $65,000. The county, he doesn't say which county that is, but it could be any of our counties, is taxing him on $106,000 without ever seeing the home. He says, on top of that, my homeowner insurance has gone up 183% based on an arbitrary county valuation. He says he can't afford it. He'll have to sell his home. He was told he can't protest his property taxes because the home was a foreclosure. He says he's 63, single, lives on disability, doesn't have a professional appraisal, but should he get one? How should he proceed?
Well, if in most counties there is an appeal process, and it usually requires, for example, in Jefferson County, it requires getting 2 arm's length appraisals and then submitting an appeal to the Jefferson County Council, who does those hearings, and then they will determine what the real value is according to today's market, and they will either reassess the taxes or not. Yeah. So most people don't do it because they just figure, well, by the time I pay all this money, go through all this, what if they just don't even reassess? And I think probably the issue that it was a foreclosure. Probably the house probably is worth more than what he paid for it because, the foreclosure sale, you usually get properties for a very good price. So he may have made up for the price what he's now, paying for in taxes and insurance.
Well, the other thing he can do is he is under a homestead exemption. When you're above 62 or above, and this is for all people on this show, you get $40,000 off your property tax. So, for example, if it's worth $100,000, you go to $60,000, and I can't emphasize this enough how some people don't take advantage of that. But in that situation, that would get him back down to what he paid for the home.
Yeah, excellent point.
Good point. And when you mentioned an appraisal, 2 appraisals, Lee, could realtors do those as a CMA, a competitive market analysis, or does it have to be a legitimate appraisal from an appraiser?
Well, in Kentucky, you don't have to actually have an appraiser's license to do an appraisal, as long as it's not for a federal loan. So that's the purpose of it is just to make an appeal. I think they call it 2 uninterested housekeepers is how they say it in the old language of law. Yeah.
So that's why you're saying arm's length.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Not your neighbor. Right.